Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Tanya, and today I'm going to do a music reaction for you. Today we're going to go back to some of my favorites. One of my favorite artists to react to is Jimmy Barnes. He has such an incredible voice. I love those voices that are raspy like that. Those are some of my favorite voices. And this is actually going to be a duet with him and Jon Stevens, who, if I remember right, also has that sexy, raspy voice from the first time I reacted to him. He's the singer of Noiseworks. And so, yeah, I'm very excited to see these two sing together, because I remember asking in that video if these two do any duets together. And you guys gave me a couple of options, and I think somebody said that Jon Stevens also does duets with John Farnham, who I also love, and I would also love to see those two. But for now, we are going to react to Jimmy Barnes and Jon Stevens performing Good Times live. And this is the Red Hot Summer Tour 2021. And the thing about this is not only is it my first time reacting to these two together, but also this is going to be my first time seeing Jimmy Barnes perform in a recent setting. All the other ones I've ever done with like John Farnham or Jimmy Barnes, I think they've all been 80s and 90s, and I don't think I've done anything later than 2000. Actually, that's not true. I did once with John Farnham because he performed with Olivia Newton-John. But with Jimmy Barnes, I don't believe I've ever done a reaction to him in the more recent years. So I'm excited to see him perform now versus, in the 80s and 90s. I also want to say I hope he's doing really well. I heard that he was in the hospital with pneumonia, so I hope he's doing better. And I was thinking about him. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into this reaction. Jimmy Barnes and Jon Stevens, Good Times. Before I forget, I wanted to remind everybody that I do have a Discord. So if you're interested in joining, the link to it will be in the description. Discord is a completely free app. You don't have to pay for anything. There's no membership or anything like that. It's just completely free. You just pop in, talk, we just chat. It's kind of like just like a chat room. It's it's fun. So if you guys want to join, the link to it will be in the description. Here we go.
Everybody sing, everybody put, everybody shout. Mary, Mary, you're on my mind. You see the folks you got, the place will be mine.
Jon Stevens is still a good-looking man, ain't he? Still a good-looking man. So is Jimmy Barnes. He's a sexy man, y'all. He's a sexy man. Jimmy Barnes still has it. He still has it. He still has that voice. And them as performers are still so lively and energetic and magnetic, and they still have all that stage presence that you need to liven up the crowd and liven up the show. And they've got it. Even now, they still got it. God, they're amazing. And like I said, this is only my second time ever hearing Jon Stevens. But I'm just as much of a fan of him now as I am of Jimmy and John. Barnesy and Farnsy, as you guys lovingly call them, which I think is adorable. But yes, I love him just as much. And these two together, that's the shit, guys. You can hear the crowd. Dang, that's a big crowd. Wow. Oh my God, that was so good. They know how to have a good time, and they know how to give you a good time. That was so freaking good. If I could have been somebody in that crowd, like right in the front row, drunk, listening to them perform this song, that would have been the best night ever. I bet those people had the best night of their lives. That would be so much fun. I have a lot of Australians and Kiwis in my Discord, so I talk to them frequently, and it seems to me like there is a lot of similarities between Australia and like the Australian people and Midwestern people such as myself, because if you look at America as a whole, every state is very different from each other. Each region, I mean, most people look at it as like, oh, there's the southern half, and those are the southern people, and they have the southern food and whatever, and then there's like the East Coast people and the West Coast people. Like there's the regional stuff, and then there's like the state stuff. But in the Midwest, which is a place that most people skip when they come visit the U.S., to be honest, the Midwestern people, it seems to me, are a lot like Australian people. We are very much salt of the earth people. We work on farms. We do a lot of blue collar work here in the Midwest, you know, and this is the type of good times we have in our part of the U.S. And this, what I would say, would be similar to the southern U.S. too. Midwesterners and Southerners have a lot in common. So I would say, like, if you were to travel from Australia to the US and you came to the Midwest, you would see a lot of, I believe, a lot of similarities in like the people and the culture and stuff. But that's just coming from me, someone who has never been to Australia. This is just my observations and what I've noticed with discussions with other like Australians and stuff. So it seems to me like we are a lot alike, and that if I were to go to Australia, I would probably have like the time of my life, honestly. But anyway, that was amazing. That was so much fun. They definitely know how to pump up the crowd for sure. And I think that a lot of the artists these days, they could learn a lot from these two gentlemen here, Jimmy Barnes and Jon Stevens, honestly. Because look at the longevity of their career, and they're still rocking on stage. They still have this enormous ass crowd jumping around, singing, screaming, like, yeah. I think that a lot of the younger artists today could learn a lot from artists like this. So anyway, that's my 2 cents. That was my reaction to this video. I really enjoyed it. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please give it a like, subscribe if you haven't done that yet, and I will see you next time.